Hi everybody, I hope you're all well. So in my last video, I apologised for looking so tired, for being so casual, for the lighting and everything, and I was filming very early and I was thinking, right, my next video I won't be like that. I'm wearing casual, I am more awake. It's not 6 a.m. It's now instead it's 7 in the morning and we have natural light coming through the window. So I'm sort of better than my last video, but not entirely. But you know, it's my Sunday. I'm having a lazy Sunday, so you know, forgive me for that. I wanted to just do a video, first of all, for talking about what's happened this week here in the UK with the passing of Queen Elizabeth. Talk about my recent video because I want to give thanks for everyone who has reacted to that video, and also talk about some new books. So first and foremost, obviously, I want to talk about the passing of Queen Elizabeth, which hit me harder than I thought it would. I was working from home on Thursday and just got a message on my phone from my sister alerting me to it, because it was during the day I was working. I don't have my TV on and such when I'm working because obviously I'm working, and it was just like, oh god, what's happened? That the Queen's been advised, that she's been put closer medical attention, and then suddenly the royals just started going as fast as they could to Balmoral, and it was like, oh Jesus, this is serious. It's like when the Queen had COVID, I got a lot of messages from friends on Facebook who mainly are in America, but generally overseas, who were very much like, what's happening to the Queen? Is she okay? Is this serious? And it's like, well, no, Charles and Camilla have just flown out for a royal visit and the other royals are all over the place. And I said to them, obviously it's going to happen at some point. There's no denying that. Nobody is immortal. But the moment that the other royals start moving towards her, that is the moment to go, oh Jesus, this is serious. And I as soon as I saw that the other royals were heading to Balmoral, I was like, a big stone felt like was in my gut, and it was like, oh gosh, this is it. This is it. This is going to be it. And just waiting for the news was hard, and I had to put on a comedy. I put on Bob's Burgers just on the build up to the breaking news that she had passed, because I couldn't watch it. I needed a distraction, and then it hit. The news hit and I instantly turned on BBC and I cried for a good hour or so. And it's that thing that she's been the one constant in all of our lives. Unless you're in your late 80s, you will not have known any difference. It's just like, I know that she obviously she was on the throne for 70 years, but I mean the experience of having a king and that, so yeah, you wouldn't have known a life without her. So even though obviously we have a aging population and such, the majority of us have never known anything different, and so her death has been so shaking to our stability. It's been really difficult, and it still feels kind of numb that this is happening. But I think next week when we have her, well, she's going to be moved today from Balmoral to Edinburgh, And yeah, so she's starting on her final journey. But when she is laying in state and her funeral happens a week tomorrow, I think that's going to be really difficult. We're having a bank holiday here in the UK on her funeral day, so no one will be working. And yeah, that's going to be a tough day. But the outpouring of love that there's been has been wonderful to see, and how Charles has stepped up and had to do what he has done under such tough circumstance is just amazing. His speech that he gave, it was a 9-minute speech that he gave about his mother, was just truly beautiful. And he is quite an emotional person. That's an aspect to him that I don't think a lot of people are aware of. And you could see and feel the emotions behind his words in that speech. And it was just, I think it's what people needed. And like even yesterday evening, when William, Kate, Harry and Meghan came out and spoke to the crowds, and, you know, it took flowers and all that lot. I'm not going to comment about Harry and Meghan being there. I get why they were there, obviously, but I would have preferred if it was just William and Kate, to be honest, but that's my own opinion. But yeah, seeing them at that moment for the crowds and such, it was something that we needed, and they were there for us. Which was astonishing. They didn't have to do that, but they did. And the other royals, like I obviously, like, Andrew is not in a good how do I put this, respectful state amongst the royal status amongst the other royals and such, and especially to the people of the UK. But we respected that he was there, obviously, because his mother had passed, and Eugenie, one of his daughters, started crying, looking at the bouquet of flowers, and he comforted her. And just, I know this sounds really weird to say, but to actually see them have more emotion, because there's always that thing that with royal things that happen, there is a procedure that has to be followed. There is a certain status that has to be upheld and such. And to see like Eugenie cry was, it in a way made it more human, made them more human. And it was really touching to see how the outpour of love from the people impacted them. So yeah, I think we're probably going to be seeing more of that going forward. I'm not saying that the Queen, you know, stopped emotions from happening or anything like that. It's just, you know, she followed a protocol that had been drilled into her since she was a child. And now things are changing with her passing, and perhaps some things will slightly change because we have somebody new. I don't know, but I do love that Charles, having someone who's such a humanitarian, be a leader of our nation, of the Commonwealth and such now. It'd be really interesting to see the impact that he has, and I think he is going to have a strong reign. But yeah, I think at the moment very much we are taking one day at a time and just seeing how it goes. But all my love to the royal family and such in this very, very, very difficult time, and everyone in, you know, the UK, the Commonwealth, the world who was impacted by her, because everyone, she was an icon. Yeah, she was amazing, and I am very much going to miss her. So because of her passing, it's meant that To All the Boys I Loved Before, I haven't even finished the first book yet. I wanted to obviously watch the films and such, rewatch the films before I do my review and that. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to review the trilogy. I think, because obviously the writing style isn't going to change through these books, I'm sure of it. So I probably, if I reviewed one book at a time, I'd just be like repeating myself. So I'm going to do it as a whole trilogy. I can then watch all 3 films again and then just go, right, here's my review. So don't expect a review today or anything for this first book, because you're not going to get it. So next, I just want to say a massive thank you for the reaction to my last video. See, I'm somebody who just reviews books. I do this for fun. I don't think about numbers. That's not my thing. And I specifically do not ask people to subscribe, because it really annoys me. And YouTube, it's one of my pet peeves of YouTube, where I am told that I have to like and subscribe every single video, because it would be really good and beneficial for the person who's running the channel. Now, obviously, if that is, your full-time job or whatever, I totally understand that you need those for, numbers, for income, or whatever. Or if you're wanting to do this full-time, you're building a platform, okay, I understand that. But it irks me. It really irks me. So I specifically do not do that. But the amount of alerts I've been getting about views, the comments, my subscription going up, I'm going to use the word that I constantly used in that video. I am floored. I truly am. I'm overwhelmed by the reaction to my video. And specifically, I want to shout out, and I need to read the name because I couldn't remember the surname right before I turned on the camera. So I was like, if I've got it to hand, then I've got it to hand. I specifically want to shout out Alfred Billing, who I will link in the description. Now, Alfred made a video about my channel. Just so you're aware, it's like a 1-minute video. It's a screenshot of my channel, so it isn't him like doing a commentary talking about me or anything. It's just, but he was promoting my channel, and I was like, what, somebody's promoting my channel, what? I went on his channel, and the comments were disabled and stuff. So Alfred, I wasn't able to contact you directly, but thank you so much. I have subscribed to him, and Alfred promotes small channels. His entire channel is just there to promote other channels, and yeah, I love that. That's so sweet of you, Alfred. So thank you so much. So I'm going to include Alfred's channel in the description if you want to check out his channel and possibly subscribe and see any other channels that he's promoting. Yeah. So yeah, thank you. But the amount of people who have contacted me thanking me for doing a review where I've actually read the book and not just ranting about JK and her politics. That has, some people wanted it to be spoiler, and some people were very happy that I did non-spoiler. Just so you're aware, I'll probably do a more in-depth video at some point further down the line. But given that I published this video on like day 4 since the publication, I was like, probably best I do a non-spoiler version, just so I don't want to possibly ruin the book for anyone. But yeah, I probably will do a more spoiler one further down the line. But yeah, the amount of people who have said, oh, I'm just about to start the book, and then not long after contact me going, I just finished the book, oh my god, I totally agree with everything you said, or actually I didn't find the ending that great, but I totally get your views on this, that and the other. It's lovely. I really love it when people comment and then come back to me saying, oh, I've now read it, and they want to talk further. It's wonderful. I love that about reading and the discussions that can be had from it. But yeah, I am just overwhelmed by the number of views, the number of comments, the people who have subscribed to my channel. I'm overwhelmed. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for doing that. And finally, new books. So, as you may remember, I said that I wasn't going to buy any new books this year, apart from the Ink Black Heart by JK, which obviously I bought and reviewed the other week, and the new Lucy Worsley book on Agatha Christie, which came out a few days ago. But then I kind of bought a few books. I think it was about February time, and I was like, oh, that's a little stumble. Oh dear, I won't do it again. And then I bought some more books in June, I think it was, and I was like, okay, you know what? I've ruined this. I've ruined this. And then oh no, oh yeah, it was because I bought a few books, and because it was for my birthday, I bought 3 books, and my sister gave me 16 books for my birthday. And I was like, you know what? I've just messed this up. I've bought books. You know, let's just say I've screwed up on my plan for not buying books this year. And then my sister introduced me to a website called World of Books. Now, World of Books, I will include a link in the description as well. In case you don't know, it is an online secondhand bookshop where they buy books from charity shops, from bookshops who have got overstock, you know, that kind of thing. And so they give donations to charity, and your payment for the books is partly donated to charity as well. So by buying books through them, you are donated to charity. And all the books, as I said, are secondhand. So, you know, you're going to have a range of like new books or ones that have got broken spines or whatever, but all that information is available on the books on the website. They have various discount codes that they give you they pop up that are available. They have offers all the time on there, and the books are so cheap. I'm floored by a load of these prices. I'm like, seriously, you're selling that book for that price, for a massive chunky book for like £5 or something? That is insane. So I went on World of Books after I finished Kate Morton's The Forgotten Garden, and I bought some books, and I'm here to show you. So first of all, I bought 3 Catherine Cookson books because the Catherine Cookson books were on an offer of buy 2 get 1 free. So I got The Rag Maid, which if you've watched the drama is known as The Rag Nymph. Look, there's no broken spine or anything. There are a load of pages, corners that have been folded over, so I'll need to, you know, sort those out. But I got, yeah, The Rag Maid. The Harrogate Secret, which was one of my favourite of the dramas, so I was like, ooh, I might have to buy that. And The Round Tower, another drama which I really enjoyed. So yeah, the last 2, they've got a bit more broken spiny, but I like that because it's like, you know, a book has been loved. So I got all of those for about £8 in the end because of the offer that I had. Then I went, I wonder if they've got the entire Kate Morton collection. Oh yes, they did. On a offer of buy 3 get 1 free, I got a discount code on top of that, and I am not kidding you, right? The Forgotten Garden, the one I reviewed recently, the copy that I had was my sister's. This is like new. There is absolutely no spine breaks. There is nothing wrong with this book. Guess how much this book cost me? £3. Regular retail price is £7.99. I got all 6 of these books, which is The Forgotten Garden, The Lake House, The Distant Hours, The Clockmaker's Daughter, The House at Riverton, and The Secret Keeper. I got all of 6 books for £20. When one book, if I went to like Waterstones, would cost me £7.99. How insane is that? How insane. So I basically got 9 books for about £30. And what I do love as well is that all of World of Books packaging is entirely recyclable, even kind of like the plasticky kind of bags that they use sometimes rather than boxes. It's fully biodegradable, so you can put it in your recycle and such. So yeah, they want to make sure that they're doing whatever they can to make sure that books don't get destroyed, and also that any packaging that they use, that you are able to recycle them going forward. There are 2 books that I'm expecting also on the way to me. Now, the first one is the Lucy Worsley Agatha Christie book, because I went to Waterstones yesterday and I wanted to buy it because it had been listed as being in stock. It wasn't in stock. The nearest one available to me was in Redditch, which is about 50 or so miles away from where I live. I went on Amazon just to compare price. Amazon, it was £10 more expensive than what Waterstones had it on offer for, and I was like, okay, that's weird. Usually it's the other way around. And Waterstones says, right, I think basically they didn't anticipate the demand for her book, which Lucy Worsley is one of the most popular UK historians, and so I'm very surprised by this. But they were like, right, we can order it from the publisher, but it's going to take at least 2 weeks to get to you. And I'm like, so I have to wait at least another 2 weeks for her book, and I really wanted it to be the first of my next 5 reads, so that's not going to happen now. So I might make it the last of the next 5 reads, so that way I've still, got books in there, but we'll just have to, and then that way by the time it gets to me, I will have filled up that time with the various other reads. And the other book that I ordered is about the Queen, because in March a book about her came out. Is the author's name? I can't think. I might just, if I got it on my phone. Basically a book came out in there it is. Robert Hardman. So it's called Queen of Our Times, The Life of Elizabeth II. There it is. And that is my absolute favourite picture of the Queen. There's something about that black and white image of her that is so striking. I've seen it in colour, but I think it's better in black and white. And I have flicked through it many times in Waterstones, but I've never picked it up. And because I was really annoyed. I was really annoyed about the whole Agatha Christie thing. And I was just like, I really, I went online and ordered it myself. I didn't do it through a store, and I needed to put in some extra money in order to get free delivery. And I was just, I had the Queen on my mind, obviously, because of her passing and such. And I was like, what's that book about the Queen? I'll just see if it's available. It was available. So that has been dispatched and is on its way to me. I'm hoping to get it in the next few days. So what I think I might do is have my next 5 reads be obviously 2 Catherine Cooksons as usual, 1 pick from the jar, and then the final 2 be the book on the Queen and Agatha Christie. But that might change. I might, in next week or so, when I finish the Old Boys I Loved Before trilogy, we'll just have to see. But yeah, so I've bought 9 more books. Well, no, 11 more books, because obviously the 9 that are here, and then Agatha Christie and the Queen. Oh my God. And I found out this week, because I had to go into the office, in Cheltenham town centre, there is a massive store opposite my bus stop. It used to be a bookshop. It used to be a Waterstones before they moved further down Promenade. But I loved that store so much, and it's been a closed store, and it's been various other things. It's been empty for a while. And when I went in on Friday, signs out front of coming soon and such, and I was reading all the quotes. It's going to be a Hatchards, the UK's, oh no, or is it England's? I can't remember if it's actually, I will find a picture on my phone, because I took a picture to send to my sister and my mum and dad, if it's UK or just England. Oh no, it's England's oldest bookshop. Hatchard's coming to Cheltenham, and it is in. And when it was Waterstones, I loved that shop so much. It was 2 stories, and there was this big staircase at the back. There was so much room. There was so many sofas you could sit down. Obviously, that was when it was Waterstones. I don't know what they're going to do with Hatchards, but it's Hatchards. They're coming to Cheltenham town centre, and I'm like, and how many times am I going to have to catch that bus and try not to go into Hatchards? I don't know. I'm gonna have to use all my willpower to not like spend a fortune in their shop when it opens. The Cheltenham Literature Festival actually launches in less than a month, so yeah, I think they're going to try and open for that. There's no news yet as to exactly when, but we'll just have to see. So yeah, another bookshop to tempt me. My God. Oh, but yeah. So that's where I am at the moment with everything. Hopefully, like in the next week, you'll get a review of the To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy and everything. I can start making my way through all of these various books that I've bought, and of course on Monday the 19th, because we've had that confirmed now, we will be saying goodbye to the Queen. So yeah, it's going to be a funny week or so for us, you know, with everything that's going on with the royals at the moment. But yeah, she was an extraordinary woman, and her death has hit me a lot harder than I thought it would. But you know, we'll just, you know, see what's to come. And I think she would be very proud of Charles and what he's done so far and what he's going to go on to do. So yeah. All right then, guys, so I will see you probably in the next week or so. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and once again, thank you so much for all the views and the comments and the people who have subscribed to me since my last video. You're amazing. Thank you so much, and I will see you later. Bye.